Basically, I write a lot about where I come from. I write a lot about the township, sort of my experiences there, the people around me. So I'd say mainly my inspiration is based on that.
Why poetry, though?
Well, for me, I've always had a sort of an insecurity about communicating my thoughts and my ideas, my stories. So when the first time I saw somebody on stage and doing poetry, spoken word, I was really intrigued by it, and I was like, that's it, you know. If there's any art form that would best relay my story, communicate my opinions, it would be spoken word.
But you moved from hip-hop to poetry. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, hip-hop was sort of evolving, and I wasn't understanding the direction it was taking at the time. And like I said earlier, poetry seemed like the best art form to communicate, you know, the story that I wanted to tell.
Now, you know, when did you actually start writing about women and mothers? Coming in, poetry is very broad, but you specifically write about mothers and women.
I've had, a lot of experiences, like I said, in the township about my sisters, my cousins, my mother, and I just realized that it's a story that is not told often, you know, and sort of wanted to be the voice for that. So I just chose that. If there would be a voice, you know, why not me? Why not be the person that tells that?
Who, apart from your mother, has shown you how integral a part women play in society and life in general? Well,
I would say mainly my grandmother, you know. I think she'd be one of the women that showed me that, women are powerful people, you know, and it's not as how they're portrayed in TV, in the media, perhaps, or anywhere else, you know. So I'd say my grandmother had quite a big influence in my art. I write about her a lot.
What is your favorite piece that reflects on women and mothers, and when was it written?
Well, I try to write what I want to be inspired by. Yeah. You know, so I'd say one of the poems that I've written. You know, that's one of the poems that I'd give to my children. You know, that this is a picture of women that I would like them to have.
Is there a female poet or spoken word artist that you are drawn to, and that who is she and why specifically her?
There's quite a few. I'm actually inspired by a lot of women writers. There's Ajwa Monet, she's an American poet, Janine Verily. Then locally, there's Lebu Mashile. I really enjoy her work. And quite a few, actually.
Thinking about poems and songs and spoken word that have been written about women, which ones do you think of now and you know, moves you the most, and you grew up with it in your mind as well? When I think of Mama Dear Mama, the Tupac song is it's the first thing that comes to mind. Which ones for you are those powerful songs that have always stayed with you?
Well, I started with hip hop, so I listened to a lot of hip hop. So I'd actually say that as well. Songs like Dear Mama by Tupac. You know, it clearly communicates that message of appreciation and being grateful to women. So,
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us. We'll get two more performances from you. He goes by the name Cornelius Jones, and he is a spoken word artist. He'll give us a few pieces later.